guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby Kumar, and in today's video I'm going to be doing an unboxing of a Canon G9x, which is not the G7x, but I will also be doing a comparison of the two because I've had a G7x since like 2016, I believe. So yeah, stick around if you want to see that. But first, if you are new or if you are returning and you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please be sure to do so. The button below, subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. But let's just go ahead and get right into the video. So let me show you the box. And then I'll give you a little bit of a backstory here. So this is what it looks like. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll do some B-roll because I don't know how well you're going to see this with the ring light. But yeah, so I ordered a Canon G9x Mark II, and what had actually happened, I've had a G7x Mark II for since 2016, and I love that camera. It's my vlogging camera, and you know, recently I had a little tragedy and my vlogging camera just died on me. In fact, actually, let me get it. So this is my G7x that I've been using for a very long time, and it is no longer in service. But so I needed a camera very quickly, and I said, okay, let me go and order. I'll just give you the backstory here, and if you want to skip along, I'll have timestamps at the bottom or the time markers or chapters that you'll see right along here, so you can skip forward if you don't want to hear my backstory. But pretty much I've had this Canon G7X, it broke, and I needed to get a new camera, but I also wanted to see if it could be fixed. So I called Best Buy, and they're like, go online, you know, try and see if you can help yourself there first. I went online and I saw that they do camera repair, and I set up an appointment and everything to go and do my camera repair. I told them the camera I had, and then I get there and they're like, oh yeah, you didn't buy it from Best Buy? Then we can't repair it for you. And also, like, I needed to get like some kind of, if I had like the whatever extended warranty kind of safety type thing they sell with it, I would just be able to give it to them. They give me another one. Well, so I didn't buy it from Best Buy. I had gotten this camera from Amazon like a long time ago with a kit, and yeah, so I found a place that was able, the guy said he thinks he can repair it. I took it over there and he couldn't repair it. He's like, this needs to go back to Canon. I don't know what to do with it. I only know how to deal with the regular DSLRs, not these small ones. So I just was like, forget it. Let me just order a new camera, and I went on Best Buy so I can specifically get that, you know, special whatever package it is. I'll have to link it below because I don't remember what it's called, but where you can have protection for it, like you can get like 1 year or 3 years. So I went to Best Buy, I ordered it, I got excited. Yesterday I was like, all right, let me do some research because I'm going to do the unboxing of the Canon G7x Mark II, and also a review since I've been using it for 3 years now, or over 3 years, almost 4 years now. I'll do a review. Well, I go online and look at my receipt just to see the specs and everything, and turns out I actually ordered a G9x Mark II, not a G7x. So I was a little disappointed, but I'm like, you know what, let me just go ahead. I'm still gonna film this video. I'm going to do the unboxing, and let's see. I'm gonna test it out and see if I like this camera. Luckily, I can still return it if I don't, and I can just go get the G7X if I prefer that. And so what I'll do is I'll go over the G9X, and then I'll compare it to the G7X, because if you maybe stumbled upon this video, you may be trying to figure out if you want to get a G7X or a G9X. So I'll just tell you the main difference between the two, and then I'll go ahead and give you what the specs are. So let's go and just unbox this camera. So one thing that's cool, on the box right here, you can see there's like a different, it has like this like silver and like brown tone, kind of like an older look to it. So that's the other option that you can get it in. I just got it in black. So the camera comes with, when you get the camera, it comes with the manual, some other stuff, like if you want to maybe register it in case something goes wrong. Comes with a charger, and I'll include some B-roll because I already filmed when I actually opened the box just a little earlier today. Comes with a battery, and then the camera. So the camera, it looks just like the G7X. In fact, like, I honestly didn't even see the part that said G9X when I was ordering it, and I was like, great, I'm getting the G7X, good price, but it looks just like the G7X. And the main difference between the two, and try not to pay attention to the fact that this is open, that's part of it being broken too. Now this won't go back in, but the G9X is a lot slimmer. See, if you see the two right here, the G9X is more compact and it's lighter. But the main issue why I cannot keep the G9X, why I have to end up going to buy a G7X, like a new kit, is because the G9X does not have the flip up, like, selfie view like screen. It doesn't have the flip up screen, like if you're vlogging where you can like hold the camera like this and you can see yourself. The G9X does not have that, while the G7X does have that. You'll see. The G9X, it's just stationary like that. So if you end up getting the G7X because of this flipping screen, just so you know, some issues you're gonna run into. These little screws, just make sure you keep them like keep this camera in a case and keep it safe. Don't just throw it around in your purse like I was doing, because this comes loose very quickly. These two little, you cannot even see them. So I had to actually order some extra screws because I lost one, like it came loose, and this thing comes like loose. So what happened after that, when this came loose, I tried to fix it, and then the camera had fallen before and this little metal thing bent. So then I was like, all right, I'm gonna try and bend the metal back and just screw it in. And I tried to have my brother help me do it, and there's like a little tape thing that you see here. I wonder if I could just get it real close. This right here, let's see. Okay, that little tape thing is very important. So if you are going to mess around with this camera, make sure you do not pull that tape thing out, because that's what feeds into the body of the camera from this screen. That's why my camera is broken, because trying to bend that thing back, I had my brother do it, and he accidentally pulled it off, like the whole entire screen off. So there's no fixing it. So now I have to get another camera. Yeah, so that is the main difference between the two. The size, the weight, and then also that it doesn't have the flip up screen. So I'm gonna end up getting the G7X. The G9X, I'm gonna test it out today, and maybe I'll do another recording at the end of the day just to let you know how it works. If I found it too much of an issue to be holding it like this and not be able to see myself, if I'm cutting myself off, I'll give you a little update on that. But right now, I'll just go ahead and go through the specs for you, and I'll do them side by side so you can see that there's really not much of a difference between the two. The main difference is the weight, the size. The G9X is lighter, it's more compact, and then the G7X has that flip up screen ability. So that's like the main thing. So one thing I do want to note, the G7X is not available to purchase on Best Buy. It is on Amazon, you can get, but it's not on Amazon by itself where you can just get the camera. You have to get like this whole kit. But I'm gonna go ahead and go through the specs, and then I will test this out today. I'm having a vlogging day and also going to be doing a car reveal. So let's get into that. Alright, so today we are going over the specs of the Canon G7x Mark II versus the Canon G9x Mark II. These cameras are very similar. They're basically the same camera, just a few differences. So I'm going to be using this information that I got off of Google, and I'll mainly just go over the differences. First off, the main difference, or one of the bigger differences, is that the G7x Mark II is a little bit more expensive than the G9x Mark II. Now, another thing that I noticed here is that the G7x has higher light sensitivity, and from what I read, if light sensitivity has to do with ISO, and a higher ISO brightens an image, meaning the G7x can actually brighten up the image. And I also went over already that the G9x is lighter than the G7x. It's about half in weight, so the size is also different. The G9x is smaller, And then going into the display style, the G7X has the folding display, which, you know, is the flip up selfie screen. That's what I call it. The G9X just has it built in. It doesn't flip up. And then for the minimum focus distance, what I read on this, and you know, I don't know if this is correct, but this is my understanding of it. So the minimum focus distance is actually the closest you can get to an object before it goes completely out of focus. So meaning, if I'm reading it correctly, the G9X is better for focus. You can get as close as 2 inches to an object, while the G7X, it's showing that you need to be almost 16 inches away. The G7X does have a higher zoom, optical zoom, and then I'm pretty sure it's like the exposure and white balance is almost the same. The G9X has a built-in flash, the G7X has a detachable flash. There's a feature there that talks about red eye reduction, and I don't know if this, I feel like the G7X would have that as well, so I don't know if that's just missing there. Even the remote live view and the time-lapse recording, you know, I haven't used these features on either of the cameras, at least the time-lapse recording, so I'm curious to know if the G7X does have it, and maybe this was just an error. So I don't see why, you know, it wouldn't have it. But the G9X is a newer camera. It came out after the G7X, so it may have that capability and the G7X may not. So one thing that it doesn't list that I think is important is that the G9X has Bluetooth and also Wi-Fi, while the G7X only has Wi-Fi capabilities. So the cameras are pretty much the same. I do want to go over just something that I found on image-resource.com, and I'll link that if you want to read the information that they put there, but I thought it was, you know, pretty well put together. So it tells you the differences between the Canon G7x Mark II and the Canon G9x Mark II. So some of the advantages that the G7x Mark II has is the tiltable screen, which is very useful. That's like the main thing, I would say, but it lists some other things there. And then the G9X, it does have a few more advantages over the G7X, mainly that it is less expensive, it starts up a lot faster, it has, and there it is, it lists the built-in Bluetooth, which means that you can easily transfer your pictures from your camera onto like your phone or onto your laptop. You can do that with Wi-Fi as well, but I think Bluetooth is just a little bit faster. It's thinner and lighter in weight. Those are the main advantages that it has over the Canon G7X. And then it goes over the similarities, but I won't bore you with that. But altogether, it seems like the two cameras are comparable. It's just that the G7X may have better picture because of the higher ISO or higher light sensitivity, so it may capture your images a little bit better. And but the G9X is lighter, less expensive, but it does not have that tiltable screen. So what I'll go ahead and do now is just show you some footage that I took on the camera because I tested it out. I went out with my friends, and then I did a little bit of vlogging, and it turns out that it was okay. But I do notice that because I didn't have the flip up screen, I couldn't really see if what I was recording was in focus or not. So I did get a lot of footage that was not focused because I didn't know. And the image quality is good, but I do feel like the G7X did have brighter footage, brighter images. So that's something that I would have to get used to. You know, in the end, I did end up keeping this camera, and I will just, you know, save up for a new camera. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you got enough of an overview of the G9x Mark II and as a comparison also to the G7x Mark II, and that it helps you make your decision and which vlogging camera you want to get. But I do hope that you stick around. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment below. Let me know which camera you're going to get, if you're going to get one at all, and be sure to subscribe. And yeah, if you are not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. Oh, I did forget to mention, so on my channel I post videos on motherhood and entrepreneurship, so you can find vlogs on here and some lifestyle type videos, and also some information or informative type videos where I give you my tips and tricks as being a single mom and an entrepreneur. So I do really hope that you stick around and that you subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.